PlayStation just killed physical games, and Xbox firing thousands of employees this week, and a lot more in this episode of Mo and Rob's Super Ordinary podcast. Welcome back to Mo's and Rob's Super Ordinary podcast, and we have an amazing show for you this week. Mo, please tell the amazing audience what to expect.
Let's do this. Sony changes the game. We're going to talk about that for sure. Halo Remaster? Nope. House of the Dragons, Episode 3, like us. The Rock wrestles with Hollywood? Trailer reactions, and Sam Raimi Spider-Man Trilogy discussion.
And let's get on to it. First things
Let's
first.
do this.
Yes, the big story this week is Sony. Sony
is just, yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
So first things first, this Monday, Sony did announce that their UK digital store, they're going to take away all over 500 films and TV shows off of their off of their platform. And what makes it worse is that if you purchase it, guess what? They're going to take that away from you as well. So you don't get to keep none of that. This is exactly what we've been saying, folks. Digital is just the wrong way to go. If you keep supporting digital, you will not own anything. And guess what? They're going to make you like it too. Guys,
You're going to be happy.
Exactly. This is really big. This is very, very concerning because not only that they're removing over 500 films and TV shows, and even if you purchase it, they're going to take it away from your library. They're not even talking about refunds or compensations or anything of the matter. They're just going to take it away. So anyone who's in the UK, just remember September 1st, say goodbye to actually the movies and films that you actually thought you owned, but technically you never did in the first place. And guess what? And that is not all, Sony fans. This Tuesday, Sony made the decision that starting in 2028, no more physical media. That means no more physical games for PlayStation fans out there. So no more games for you to own. Everything that you will purchase will be through Sony's online store. Congratulations, guys. You supported the evil beast, and now he's taking everything that you will hold dear. Any thoughts, Mo, about this?
I mean, funny enough, on our very first episode, we were already you were already mentioning the warnings about digital only media and not owning those products. But I mean, just a massive week for PlayStation, back to back. It's like gut wrenchers from them. First of all, just regarding the UK incident that happened first. I'd be pissed if I could not play my Terminator 2 film anymore. I would be so mad. That was one of the films that Sony is going to take away from fans. Yeah, I would be pissed. I mean, it's egregious, and surprisingly, I found out that this wasn't their first time. They have done this before. I think as early as 2023, if I'm not mistaken, they did that to some consumers in Germany or somewhere in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's not cool.
I mean,
no refunds, no compensation. I mean, the email ended with a thank you. Like, thank you for your money.
Which makes you ask, it's like, does digital ownership even exist? Does it even exist? The answer is no, guys. And it's always been no. See, when you give them power, especially a greedy corporation like Sony, I personally dislike Sony, and I don't understand the support that they have. It's like, how many times does the company has to be hacked and, give out like personal information to the world, and you guys are still like, here, have my money. Here, I'll support you. Guys, this is like a long time coming. And this is the reason why I hated the fact that Sony was part of the big Blu-ray push. Because guess what? They have a big say of that too. So what's gonna happen to our physical media, or especially our movies in Blu-ray? Are they gonna just stop making Blu-ray disc? Then what? We own nothing. And then it's not like they can't alternate anything they want. They could change. We've seen it in Disney Plus, where they'll alternate original movies to fit their own agenda or to fit their image, right? And we, as consumers, we have no say in the matter. We just have to just take it up in the tailpipe, right? And this is why it's very important, and especially as gamers, man. And this is what I was trying to say for the GTA launch. You guys are willing to spend your money on a game because you want to be the first, because you want to experience. I'm just saying, grow some backbone, wait a bit. This is the only way corporation could learn is that, hey, they're not buying it. Why? Because it's not physical. Dang. Okay, well, we're losing money. We can't live like this. And then Xbox, Microsoft, you guys are dumb. And I'll tell you why you're dumb, because you didn't want to do any physical, and it showed ever since from the X1 that you just want everything to be digital, 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 online service, right? You have the opportunity to shut down Sony. You have the opportunity to decide, hey, you know what? Let's bring back HD DVDs back. Let's bring the physical media back for everybody. You know how much your company, especially in your stocks, is going to raise up? But no, you guys want to double down, you know? And this is why, and it's sad to say, I kind of love Nintendo, but yet again, Nintendo ain't safe either because they're also going the digital route. So
Absolutely.
is there a way to stop this? Yes, there is. Just give me an entrepreneur who has a millions of dollars and start making physical media again. I bet you anything, anyone who decides to do physical media, this is your time to shine, because guess what? People will come and buy stuff because they want ownership. They want to keep something. They want to use their hard-earned money to actually own something forever, right? This is why we have collectors who collect games, who have collected movies, who collected figures. You know, it's not like they're gonna repo us unless it's digital. And I love the fact that the backlash is big and everyone is clowning Sony right now. Everyone. Even
I'm sure you're
freaking
enjoying that.
Domino's. I'm like, a pizza place? Really? You got fast food clowning Sony right now. But hey, we tried
I
to warn
mean
you.
you're saying you're hitting the nail on the coffin in the fact that it is the gamers, it is the consumers who are ultimately also contributing to this. I mean, Sony apparently, according to their own financial results, they say digital downloads account for 85% of their games sold on PS4 and PS5, with physical copies at just 15%. So, I mean, the consumers are clearly leaning digital, and it's just kind of making what I'm seeing as the inevitable just accelerate.
And it's that it's just right now, it's like it's everything you guys want to do is convenience, convenience. But the problem with convenience is like you have no idea what you guys are giving up because of convenience. It's like they should, well, I would say they should like teach a lesson in school about this. But our school system is whack over here in the United States, believe it or not. But yeah, convenience is what's gonna kill us, owning anything, right? I mean, we have like new generation who rather rent because the convenience of, like, for example, a clog in the toilet or in the sink, the convenience of calling the landlord and fix it instead of yourself. It's much more important to them than them actually do it themselves if they actually have their own household.
Yeah, no,
Yes, it's just
there
you guys have to
there's a
wake up.
there's a cost to convenience, ladies and gentlemen. There is a cost to it. For
Yeah.
every convenience you want, you're gonna pay a little extra one way or another.
And it's not like these companies know what they're doing when it comes to digital anyways, because they really don't. I mean, we see like big TV movie studios who went to the streaming game, and it's all out of whack. It's like they don't know how to make money. They just want to make money, right? So, they want to copy Netflix. Nintendo's doing their own thing. I don't know exactly what Nintendo's planning to do, but for the most part, though, Nintendo's always been, you know, uh, the players first. Let's give them a good experience in gaming. Their games, you know this. Like growing up, I grew up with Nintendo. Their system was never up to date. They didn't have fancy or shiny graphics. However, the games has always been memorable. It's always been fun. And guess what? It's always been complete. Nowadays, you don't even get a complete game from Xbox or Sony. You still have to download a patch for you to even play, and those things takes like at least an hour to download. It's just the instead of them moving back. I mean, look, I know Sony and Microsoft, they're not really gaming companies, right? But if you want to win your customer, take a step back. Take a step back and see what's the game plan? How could you put your consumers first? What do they want? How would they they you want them to support you? Give them a reason to, right? Because right now you're just guys are just a bunch of greedy company right now who just want power. That's all it is. And guess what? Because Sony's going digital, you think these games are going to be cheaper? No, we're gonna still gonna have like $80 games digitally. I mean, just look, just look at GTA.
Oh, we're going to 100.
Yeah,
That's
we're easily.
without a without a doubt.
Just look at GTA, and they're all digital right now. The pre-orders, all digital, and look how much you guys are paying for digital. That means later on, I mean, if Sony even wanted to, they could probably like take off like a content from it or anything. It doesn't matter. Even Rockstar could just be like, oh, you know what? We're just gonna take this content out, and if you want to play, pay an extra $30. It's that simple because they have to make money, and you guys are just giving it to them. It's like you guys are just consuming product without knowing the consequences of what you're purchasing. But hey, you know what? You guys enjoy it right now because come 2028, there's not going to be any more physical games for Sony. And
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 that announcement, first thing I thought about was, oh, PS6 is 2028. That's
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So enjoy
That's
your
what I think every
PS5.
gamer was. I think that's what every gamer was thinking. PS6, no disc, 2028, that's our timeline. That's at the very earliest.
And you know what that means? Your PlayStation 6 is no longer going to be backwards compatible. How can it? They're getting rid of the disc drive. So there's no backwards compatibility.
You can go to the PlayStation Store and enjoy their classics on their
Yeah.
subscription-based service.
Sucks. Enjoy, guys. I mean, no matter what, I feel like as long as you guys are going to keep continue paying their service, there's no reason for them to, make a 180. And I know all you gamers are completely upset about it. I know you guys want to change this. Well, the only language they know how to speak, it's money. Money talks to them. Stop giving it to them. I know you're going to miss out, in certain things. I know I have because, like I said, I've been a Nintendo fan all my life, and I know I missed out on a lot of good games, especially when the first PlayStation came out. Dude, I missed out on Resident Evil when that came out. I miss that racing game, Twisted Metal, right?
But yeah, mhm.
So I miss all
Classic.
those, right? But you know what? It's not the end of the world. I didn't. I look. They'll eventually gonna make those games in other consoles, right? Resident Evil wasn't an exclusive. Sometimes they were in a short period of time. In fact, I remember when Capcom was just, an exclusive for Nintendo GameCube. That's how we got Resident Evil 4. And then the Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 0. Those were fantastic games, especially Part 4. Part 4 changed the game for everyone, but it was only an exclusive for GameCube
Resident
until
Evil
until the
and
next generation.
Nintendo.
Yeah, until the
Resident
next
Evil and Nintendo
generation.
had a nice little deal. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
nice little run they had for sure.
Yeah, because guess what? Like I said, money talks. They're gonna want to get money where they want to go where the money's gonna be at, right? And then if you guys are just shoving money in their faces all the time, it's like there's no reason for them to go anywhere at all. So think about it, okay? Because the worst thing they could probably do is probably do what Xbox is doing right now, which is you know layoffs and budget cut to the hundred thousands, I believe. I think there's actually some several studios that are going to be really affected by this. In fact, shut down, right? Pretty sure they are.
Yeah,
And
for
then here's the
Xbox,
thing.
right?
Yeah, but you know what? I feel there it's a good thing as well because like I said, Xbox, why continue hiring people who are not making you money? Why are you continuing like, partnership with studios who are just not there of giving you profit? So this is their way of kind of cleaning house and try to, salvage whatever they can.
Yeah.
Uh, that's why they're going back on exclusives. That's why they got rid of the AI program that they had planned for their next console. So this is a good thing. I mean, it's not all bad with Microsoft. I mean, I think they're trying to salvage whatever they have
I
left.
mean, it's a complete brand makeover. They're blowing. It's like a sports team where they blow up the whole roster and you know s- cut players who are too expensive that are not producing results. Like it's a total makeover. I know they hired Ashma Sharma. I think she was appointed in February 2026. And yeah, she's been getting to work. And yeah, she had a blog post titled 100 Days Xbox Reset. She knows that the company, Xbox itself, that division of Microsoft has been struggling from some time now, from just gamers are just switching over. They're not playing Xbox like they used to. Spent a lot of money acquiring Blizzard and other big names as well, and they don't have the exclusives that they were known for in the beginning. I think Microsoft had some great games to begin. You had Gears of War, you had Halo. I felt like they were really establishing their presence and their brand. And somewhere along the lines, after Xbox 360, it just slowly started eroding. And so, yeah, we have a new CEO. You got a new chief marketing officer too, because he had to go. So they're going to be cutting some jobs for sure. And interestingly enough, I have a take. I think it's not just because my Xbox is really suffering. It's also the fact that I think Microsoft as a whole is trying to reduce costs anywhere and everywhere in all of their segments of their business as much as possible because of artificial intelligence. And they're really spending a lot of money on trying to build out infrastructure for data and stuff. So I think, yeah, they might be saying Xbox needs to cut down and it's bloated, and it probably is. But make no mistake about it, I think the bigger picture for Microsoft is they're trying to cut wherever they can, Xbox included, for this artificial intelligence arms race that we're seeing. But I'm rooting for Xbox. I really do hope they can make a turnaround. Yeah, I mean someone's gotta compete with PlayStation right now. Nintendo is doing great, but I feel Nintendo's more in the niche, more of a certain segment. Now, one of the reasons why I think Xbox has been struggling is just, yeah, they poor culture, and just greedy management. I mean, I think what happened last year in October when the subscription was increased by 50% in October 2025 from $20, pretty much 19.99 to 29.99 per month. I mean, a 50% increase? That was insane.
Yeah, that
Ultimately,
was a
they brought it back to $22.99 after they realized, "Oh, shit, we're losing a few million subscribers over this."
well, that's just because of the new lady in charge. That's why she reversed that. She's like,
Yeah.
no, we need to bring it down. You know, I feel like who's ever in charge of Xbox, Microsoft over there in the gaming division, I just feel like, you know, they really don't know how to run this type of business, you know, because it just feels like if we get more money, we could fix the problem, but you just made the problem worse. So right now they really need to get a win. And you know what? I think pretty soon they're gonna get a big win when this beauty comes out. That's
Oh,
right.
boy.
Halo is
That's
coming back.
their
And
that's their granddaddy.
what's great about this Halo, Unreal Engine 5 from the ground up. So this is not a remaster. That is something like as a gamer loves to hear because you know Nintendo's kind of doing the same thing with Ocarina of Time. So and everyone's just can't wait for that one. So this is actually for me. I feel like this is a win in Microsoft's direction where you know okay they really can't make any new Halo games really because they've been declining you know in sales. So why
For
not
sure.
make the new one incredible? Let's make it from the ground up, which is going to be really awesome. And I know there's going to be you know 3 prequel missions, so they're adding more content to this Halo remake. I'm
Yeah.
really excited. I personally never played Halo 2 or 3, but I did play Halo 1 just because when Xbox came out, that was the game. Everyone was like, dude, you gotta play Halo. You gotta try Halo. This Halo's amazing. And you know what? It is 100%. I'm pretty sure, as you, Mohammed, you're a big Halo, Microsoft fan, especially Halo. I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, little known fact, Halo is my favorite game of all time, the first one. So this release holds a special place in my heart. I'm gonna have to play it when it comes out. I'm probably gonna beat it in a day or two, and that's how it's been going since Halo 2 hit. But yeah, they're fully rebuilding Halo from the ground up using the Unreal Engine, modern gameplay mechanics. You can even hijack vehicles. You can sprint now in the original Halo. You could not do that until Halo 2, Halo 3 days, you know, when they started to update some of the mechanics. You can now do this in Halo. You get 3 prequel missions. I mean, that's really cool for fans. I really like that. That's a nice chef's kiss. Like, not only do you get a fully rebuilt Halo original Unreal Engine, but you know what? We're gonna give you 3 missions. Prequel too, just to add a little spice, a little zest to the original storyline. So, and you know, those missions are gonna be with a lot of people's fan favorites. You know, Sergeant Johnson, definitely one of my favorites. He's definitely a Halo legend. So, we're working alongside Sergeant Johnson alongside him. I can't wait. I think that this is a great nod to fans. Also, what I think is really interesting is, well, we didn't even get into this. Halo is going to be on PlayStation 5 as well.
That's right. Same price, same features. There's no exclusive window. It launches July 28th. Early access is the 23rd.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one of those things that they already had a deal with Sony, so they can't really, you know, they can you know take it back. You
it
know,
just feels so wrong, but I understand it from a business standpoint. This is going to open the avenue up for a lot of gamers who are maybe just only Sony players. It's going to open up this world to them. And I'm all for that because I do want more people to at least witness this original game and remastered or redone. You know, this is great to bring new players along, and so I'm excited for that. But personally, like as just a fan of Halo and everything, it's just weird to see Halo like on PlayStation. It's gonna probably be really weird playing Halo on a PlayStation 5 controller, but maybe it's just the Halo bias in me here. But what I really like, though, in addition to them adding it to PS5, just from a fan perspective for more fans, is you can actually play cross-platform with other players. That's really cool. Xbox gamer can play with a PlayStation gamer and a PC gamer all on the same like mission of co-op, which I think is really cool. And I'd actually like to see more of that, you know?
I would too. I mean, there's certain games that is class platform right now, right? But Halo is one of those games that kind of really changed the multiplayer game aspect. I mean, we had GoldenEye N64 local, but Halo was a different machine. That Halo was a different beast.
And they
In
just
fact,
kinda took it the next level up, yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone remembers, everyone bringing their own, monitors and Xbox and having a
The l
landline parties
the
and stuff.
LAN the LAN parties are stuff of legends for that time. You had
Absolutely.
to just be there to know, but just know LAN parties were the stuff of legends, and Halo, like, epitomized that.
And what's cool too, on this version, they're bringing 9 weapons, that was added through the Halo series, so it's not just like the same old. It's like you're actually gonna see some old favorites from throughout the, Halo series into multiplayer, and so that's gonna be really fun because, look, if you're a shooter, especially a multiplayer shooter, you're always gonna have your guns, your favorites, and stuff like that. So this is a nice little touch where you have a chance to still use your favorite assault rifle or plasma beam or razor sharp or all these nicks and cranny pistols, whatever it is you guys like to use. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Now, how's that for a skin, guys? I mean, the Master Chief is a quote unquote Spartan, so I love this take. They're bringing the traditional Spartan attire to the Spartan here. I love this skin.
And then
And
we
it
all know
and
that.
oh my god. I mean, for anyone that knows about Halo or who plays Halo, come on, guys. This has gotta be one of the greatest weapon designs I've ever seen. You combine the energy sword, the ever popular energy sword, with the Needler, which is also, a fan favorite. I mean, and you combine them into this. Oh, yeah, this is sick. A sick design. I'm curious to see how it plays. Yeah, that's it's just cool. I'm just Halo geeking out here, so don't mind me here, Rob.
No, no, I kind of love it. I love when gamers are get excited for their game. I'm like right now. I'm I'm holding it in as much as I can, but like I'm really excited for Ocarina of Time uh remake. That's gonna be the thing. So I really love when people are like excited for like games like Halo, God of War. You want to revisit that world over and over again. I know how it is, man. I know how it is. It's Yeah, I love it. I love the fact, man. So now, guys, we're gonna change pace here, and now we're gonna talk about TV and film.
Oh yeah, you know what we're gonna get into.
Mo, I know you've been loving it, and I can't wait for you to talk about more about it. And we are talking about House of the Dragon season 3. How is it so far, my friend?
Ah, man. I mean, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. It's been a great ride so far. I think we'll talk a little bit about this show now that it's been a couple episodes in. Did you see the second episode, Rob?
No, no,
No,
not yet,
no.
not
Okay,
yet.
no worries. I know you didn't. You actually haven't seen the series yet, except for the season 3 opener.
Yeah,
So,
and that blew me away. That blew me away. I was like, holy cow,
oh man,
what have I been missing?
Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting that for the first episode. Truthfully, I thought we'd slowly grind up to a culmination, but no, things started off quick. There was a lot that actually happened in that first episode for House of Dragon fans here. I mean, there was a lot of bits and pieces, and it's really kind of shaping up where this season is heading. And right away from the opening scene, you get a scene of a dragon, and you see Reyna, who basically claims this dragon, the sheep stealer, makes it official, And from there, we head to King's Landing, and you have Aemond, who has just realized that his brother, the king, has taken off. He has fled with Lars. He flew the coop, and so he is wondering what's going on here. Something's not right. I think he's probably looking to claim some power, a power dynamic there. You have Queen Rhaenyra, who's basically made a deal with Alicent. Alicent said, "Hey, you can have King's Landing. You can have the crown. I just want everyone to not die and peacefully bow down." And naturally, of course, Rhaenyra's council is very reluctant to believe such a proposal. Her son, most importantly, does not believe it, and he acts out, and he basically traps his mom. He orders her most trusted confidant to protect her, and lock her up. And he goes and flies out to Blackwater to join the battle on his dragon. I already knew right then and there something bad was going to happen from that, because this is a fact in Game of Thrones world, ladies and gentlemen. We all know this to be true. Just think about it. Anybody that truly is noble and goes and tries to do the right thing dies. They die. It is that simple. So yeah, he was no different.
Mohammed, do you think season 3 is finally delivering what season 2 promised? Because I know a lot of people felt kind of disappointed with season 2, feeling like it was just a setup for season 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, is season 3 finally, actually satisfying those who were disappointed in season 2?
I think it'll depend on the fan. For me, I enjoyed season 2. I had no problem with it, quite frankly. But I know it wasn't satisfactory to a lot of other fans. But I think I'm more of a patient viewer, especially if I know the payoff's going to be great. I love the slow grind to the culmination. So I enjoyed season 2, and I feel like, yeah, it's just continuing to deliver. Definitely. I mean,
because I'll tell you, just for that first episode that I saw in season 3, I didn't know these characters, but I know those characters who died. Like, I knew that was very impactful, and it's like that got me excited again for Game of Thrones. Like that
yeah.
really, like that episode got me so excited again. So I can't wait to start my journey to the House of Dragons. So thank you for that, Mohammed.
Yeah,
It's really
absolutely.
awesome.
Also,
All right.
just one more thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Aemon kissing his mom. Oh man, I mean, I knew the Targaryens were nasty. I knew they were a little freaky, but your mom? Oh man, cousin Ori, that's still, but mom?
Was it at least a stepmom?
No, it was not. It was his mom. If it was stepmom, I would have been like, that's fine. Yeah, sure. No, it was his mom. It was just I just wanted to highlight that because the actress Olivia did a phenomenal job of transitioning through that entire scene. It just was like her facial expression was great. It went from like just shock and disgust to like sadness to like I got to put my big girl panties on and you know yeah, that was just a great scene. I just wanted to highlight that one. That was she did a great job. Olivia Cook, shout out
So
to you
so
for
she
that.
actually did kiss the son. We didn't
Yeah.
we didn't have like a Marty McFly cop out like
No, man, she was like silently crying through shock, disgust, resignation, and then like all in a span of a few seconds, man. And the face was just like, yeah, it was great acting. Loved it.
what season is that? Season 2 or 1?
No, that was episode one. That was episode one.
Okay,
Amen.
then
Yeah.
so all right, then I will definitely. Oh my gosh. Next topic, guys. I don't know if you heard, man. Rock's been wrestling with some political views over there in Hollywood. I don't know if you heard about this at all. So pretty much, I'm gonna pull up. Let's see if I can screen share this. So this is from Variety. So I'm just gonna I went a little bit down because this is something else. So pretty much, Dwayne Johnson is this is what they said. Dwayne Johnson is catching flank for social media after he told Esquire magazine earlier this month that will he no longer speak publicly on politics. Star Trek icon George Takei is one of Hollywood's voices criticizing Johnson's stance, writing on Threads, "Silence is complicity." And then you also have "So disappointing to find out he is such a coward," replied by Stand By Me actor Will Wheaton. Johnson, who is currently embarking on the global press tour in Disney live-action Moana film, notably told Fox News that he regrets endorsing Joe Biden for president in 2020 because it caused division among his fans, adding at the time, "My goal is to bring this country together. I believe in that. There is no endorsement that this level of influence. I will keep my politics to myself. It is between me and the ballot box." So I'm glad that he's going to keep politics to himself, right? But I think he's just saying that because of the backlash. Look, I find the Rock. I'm a big fan of the Rock. I grew up with the Rock. I had the Rock up here, and then it was Stone Cold for me. You know,
Ooh,
it
nice.
was
I
like,
mean, The
yeah,
Rock was my favorite too. I mean, he was my favorite growing up for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I enjoyed it. I see him actually pump up the crowd in live in one of the Comic Cons. Then when he was actually I think he was promoting Jumanji. So I got to see him on stage and the presence that he has, the attention that he commanded, with hundreds, a few 100,000 people, is just it's very spectacular to witness that. So he's really good with his craft. But I feel like when he endorsed Biden and Kamala, I think it was just because this is just Hollywood. They think like, oh well, look, celebrities, any type of celebrities, they don't live in the real world. Not at all. I mean, they'll probably go with emotions what we go through, but they experience life completely different from everybody else. I noticed throughout the years, Rock just been he just wants to be liked, he wants to be loved, right? So he'll say stuff to get that. Some of it is complete bullshit. Like it really has. I don't know if you remember this. Remember he told a story that he was poor growing up, and so he went to 7-Eleven and he stole like $3,000 worth of candy bars, right?
Yeah. Oh, I
And
remember. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so then when he grew up, well, now like he's a gentleman, a freaking multi-millionaire. He went to that 7-Eleven. The guy probably got fired, by the way, because inventories was missing. But he ended up going back to that 7-Eleven and bought 3,000 worth of candy bars. But I say to you, Rock, you still didn't pay up. You just didn't pay for the one you stole. And everybody, all the Rock fans was eating it up. It's like, oh my God, he is the greatest. This is why he's the GOAT. And I'm right
Such
here.
a
It's like,
great guy.
this fool still didn't pay the shit that he stole in the first place. So I always knew like he's always been a performer and he's always going to continue being a performer. That biting shit, I knew he knew what he was doing, and he's like, yeah, everyone's hating Trump. I'm going to support Biden too, you know. But you know what? No celebrity should even talk about politics at all because it doesn't affect them at all. It's just when COVID happened, everybody was stuck in their homes, including these celebrities. But then they want to tell you it's like, oh, it's been real difficult while they're living in their mansion, having a pool, a basketball court right in their backyard, while we're stuck in a freaking, 2-bedroom apartment or even a 3-bedroom house. It's not the same. It's not the same. They want to like lecture us thinking that they know better. I'm talking to you, Mark Ruffalo, you piece of shit, but they don't. Right? So, you know what, Rock? Look, first of all, any celebrity who's talking shit about you because you don't want to talk about politics, fuck them. I'm sorry. F them to hell because, they don't know shit either. Will Whedon, George Takei, these people ain't even working. The only money they probably get is like, freaking going to cons. That's it.
Maybe some
They're not legend or
royalties.
anything. It's like, nah, bro. Rock, I'm glad you decided not to talk about politics. You shouldn't even be talking about it in the first place, but I'm glad you decided to keep it. Don't listen to these haters, man. Just keep doing you. You still have like a bunch of fans. You're still gonna get a lot of people coming watching to your movies. Start being honest, Just start being honest with your fans, honestly. And we're not talking about politics. It's just like the shit
Steroids.
that you promote. Just be honest with them. Because a lot of people,
Steroids.
they could start smelling what the Rock is cooking. Man, it's not smelling really good. Okay. And if anyone was trying to give you like crap about, you not speaking about politics, just tell them this. It doesn't matter what the Rock says. And then let it go, man.
Love it.
So
I
I don't,
like what you did there.
well, like I said, I'm a Rock fan. I was a Rock fan in wrestling. He was my guy, bro. He was my guy, you know? But I don't know. Do you have any input on that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think he's entitled to do whatever he wants. If he doesn't want to talk about politics, who cares? Like, I don't get why people are. I don't know why people are putting it on him and others to have a voice. If they don't want to do that, they don't. That's not their prerogative. They don't have to. I find that as simple as that. And in the particular case with The Rock, I mean, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock, uh, as Jay-Z infamously says, "I'm a business." He is a business. He is the product. He is the product. His personality, his charm, his comedy, his ability to electrify crowds. That is his product, and he uses that personality to sell you all of his products, whether it's his energy drinks, his mana or whatever, his tequila, his Under Armour promos, you name it. It's because of his brand himself. So he is a business. And so as a business, yeah, it makes more than sense. You don't talk about politics.
Yeah, because you got to
It's just not
understand it
good
was
for the brand.
correct. Because you got to understand it wasn't The Rock talking about politics. It was Dwayne Johnson. Two different identities, and a lot of people just can't separate the two. But yeah, those are two different. The Rock is a character that he built, the brand, just like Mo was saying. So whenever he's selling his tequila or selling his energy drink, which you could probably find now in like below five or something.
Dollar
Uh,
Tree.
yeah, his armor. That's the Rock's product, right? Dwayne Johnson, it's not. Dwayne Johnson is the actor. He's the one who's promoting Moana. He's out there promoting Jumanji. He's Hollywood, right? So yeah, man. I mean, more power to him. I really don't care. That I'm glad that he's not talking about it. Really don't care what celebrity has to say about politics. I think celebrity who talks about politics really are complete morons because they really don't know, man. They really don't know, especially you, Robert De Niro. All right, then. So, um, I'll just say this. You know what? Let's change topics. There was one trailer that I really enjoyed. Uh, we're just gonna touch on it. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead, go check it out. And I'm talking about the new movie by Robert Eggers, Werewolf. And yes, it's spelled right because it's own English. The whole thing, the language is old English. So
Crazy
it,
dedication.
yeah, 13th century England. Yeah, dude, that's a different language there, man. But if you haven't seen the trailer, I suggest you do. Have you guys seen Nosferatu, which I did? I really enjoyed it. I
Hey,
thought
I
that was
heard I heard some of the original people are coming back to this movie from that movie.
which is great. It's awesome.
I mean, it's the dedication, by
Yeah.
by Robert Eggers. I mean, I think the film was shot on 35 millimeter, and yeah, and the specific Academy aspect ratio. I mean, just to achieve this look, like incorporating the grain structure of black and white onto color film. Like,
And you,
this is crazy cinematography. We have to just bow down as movie fans and appreciate what he's doing here with this craft. I just had to say that. I mean,
I'll just say this, and he's getting really good in his craft. You know what, Universal, if you ever wanted to do a, monster universe, this is the guy, man. He already made Nosferatu. He made The Witch. Now he's making Werewolf. Werewolf looks amazing. Taylor Johnson, dude, I'm a fan of Taylor Johnson ever since Kick Ass. I've been watching him since Kick Ass. And he's a great performer. I really enjoy watching him. I loved him in Bullet Train. He was like he was so great in Bullet Train. Um, yeah, and he's starring as the werewolf. So this is gonna be super awesome. I mean, I'm actually really excited for this one. However, the release date is questionable. I don't know if you know when it's coming out, Mo.
Christmas Day. I think he's trying to
Yeah,
make it a tradition.
yeah, exactly. I didn't see Nosferatu in Christmas Day. I was like, it's not really a holiday movie for me.
Man, I'm not trying to
Uh,
do that on
so I'll just
Christmas.
I literally waited until January to watch it. I'll probably do the same thing with Werewolf. If it's still on theaters, hopefully it still will be on theaters. Not like Supergirl. I don't know. They're already taking Supergirl out of theaters.
Oh,
But yeah,
ouch.
yeah, can't wait. It looks like it's gonna be a good time in the movies again. So yippee skippy. Now,
Horror fans rejoice.
yeah, man, it's great. It's been a great year for horror fans, I believe.
They're on an epic run right now.
All right, guys. Now to the big hula story, the big mamba jamba. It is Spider-Man month, and we're talking about all Spider-Man this whole month. This first week, we're talking about the GOAT, the legend, the Sammy Trilogy. Let's get on to it. Spider-Man 1.
Everyone's
Oh,
favorite Spidey.
this is where it started, man. Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, Willem Dafoe, James Franco. Oh man,
Epic
this
cast. Epic
right.
casting. Now that I look
Uh,
back at it, epic casting,
um,
first and foremost.
oh man, even a epic trailer. I don't know if you've seen the original trailer
I'm
in
pretty sure
theaters.
I have because I just remember the feeling as a kid. I think I was a young teenager or something like that. I just remember the hype and the anticipation for this film. And yeah, I was all over. I was ready.
I don't. I'm not. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they have the trailer online, the original trailer. But I just remember watching it in theaters. I didn't know because they don't tell you exactly what the movie is, right? So it starts off, the bank's closing, a couple guys go in. It turns out they're there to rob the place, right? And they're robbing the place all the money, and then you think they're going to the front door, but they're not. They're actually going to the roof, and they have gadgets like zip line going up, And I'm like, oh man, what is this? They get there, there's a helicopter waiting for them. They get in the helicopter, they start flying off through the city, and they're all happy. They're like, yeah, this is awesome. And then all of a sudden, boom, something like holds them, and then the helicopter's dragging,
And you
just
got the
going out
web.
reverse. And I'm like, what is this? Right? Because you're still not computing. And then next thing you know is the perfect shot. It's a zoom in of the criminals. They sudden stop. It's swinging, and then the camera zooms out, and then you see the helicopter stuck in a web between the two towers, the twin
Mhm.
towers in New
Yep.
York. And
Yep.
and then that's when
Iconic.
you get that little montage, like, with the music. Was it what's the music? Are you ready for a ride or ready for a roller coaster? And then you just see Spidey just like in mask, just like I was like, oh, that was that's when the hype began, because this is coming back from this was coming after, I believe, the X-Men and Blade, right? This is when superhero movies was really
Starting to
coming
begin, really,
starting to
yeah.
begin, really. Yeah, because and it was Marvel's that was actually bringing it, because we just had, like, Batman and Robin, and that was a complete flop. But this yeah, I remember watching Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. The score was amazing. I
Danny
love
Elfman, right?
Danny Elfman. Oh god,
The
yes. Danny
legend.
Elfman was amazing. He was, oh my, yes.
He
William
definitely
Dafoe.
set the tone. Danny Elfman set the tone, like, with the score for sure of this film, and oh, yeah, let's William Dafoe, please go.
My god. William Dafoe was perfect for this role. Not only that, even without the mask, he kind of looks like a goblin. I love the dual personality that he did, just off the cuff, just right there, him acting. And you see the two personality coming in, talking to himself. Willem Dafoe was amazing at this. Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe was awesome. Toby was great. Soundtrack was good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I could talk about Spider-Man 1, but, Spidey 1 is quite up there in my list of if we're talking
Sup
about
Superhero movies?
superhero movies. Yeah, it's quite up there,
Does it
because
crack
that's
the top 5?
no, probably 6. I'll probably be 6.
Ooh, just outside, okay.
Yeah, 6. But you know what though? This is what happens when you have a director who's a big fan himself and knows Spider-Man inside and out. He was an OG fan himself. And I'm so glad that he was able to get hired for this, because he knew how to make a Spider-Man film, right? Because that the film was in the making for many years. I mean, there was a point where James Cameron was gonna, make a Spider-Man, right? But it fell through. And the only thing that carried from James Cameron's idea of Spider-Man was the organic webbing, because that was his idea, was organic
Oh, is
webbing.
that where they got it from?
Yeah.
James Cameron,
So
huh?
James Cameron, the James Cam. But yeah, dude, I am so happy that Sam Raimi was able to do the part one, because I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite superhero movie of all time would be Spider-Man 2. And Spider-Man
You
2.5 to be exactly. Legit, my favorite one. I have watched this in theaters more than 10 times.
I saw it a few handful of times myself, for sure.
Yeah, this was, to me, this is peak Spider-Man movie. Nothing has come close to this at all. Just because they interpret a no more Spider-Man storyline into this, but they did it creatively, because in the comics it's different. I love the fact that he couldn't web, because he was stressed out. It was those type of beats I love. I think Alfred Molina was perfect as Doc Ock.
He
I
was.
love the
Great
effects of
cast
Doc Ock.
choice.
I love that they use practical as well for his
Tentacles.
arms.
Mhm.
I mean, let's face facts. The CG wasn't the greatest back then.
They did
However,
a great job,
they did
though,
a great job,
for the
especially
time.
when Spider-Man's close up and swinging. All that was CG, and I was like, man, that is awesome. I'm I I love the story. Then if you watch 2.5, they really give you just an extra couple of scenes, but to me that made the difference, because those scenes kind of make me feel like yeah, this is Peter Park, and plus you get extra like fight scenes with Doc Ock too with Spidey. But
Nice. Oh,
yeah,
I'll take that all day.
yeah, dude,
Uh,
it's oh my god, yeah. I will probably yeah, it's to me it would be considered one of the greatest superheroes of all time. You know,
Movies?
yeah, and I'll tell you why too. This is Spider Man. He doesn't have a partner, bro. He's not like Tom Holland who has someone to help him whatever the he's going through. This was Peter Parker. He was on his own, even with stress and
Uh,
everything. He finally gets to learn too. Like he learns that lesson again. With great power comes great responsibility. Because remember, he didn't want to be Spider Man no more, but he knew that he just couldn't because not being Spider Man has consequences. So he needed to go back. He needed to be Spidey again.
no Iron Man, no Doctor Strange, no one to bail him out, huh?
No,
No,
no.
I absolutely love this movie. It is I haven't made the determination, but this may be my favorite superhero movie of all time. It is a very, very close tie with The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Um, very, very close. But I'm yeah, I can't even decide on that one. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. But this is my favorite Spidey movie, and it is one of the best comic book movies of all time,
And
hands down.
and what I love, it does expand from part one. The world does expand in part one. And if you're a Spider-Man fan, in part one you got name drops. You got Eddie Eddie Brock as a name drop. You had Dr. Connors as a name drop, right? Here you actually see Dr. Connors, which is to me, I'm like, oh my god, this is cool. What
That was
I'm
really
like, are we
cool.
gonna get the lizard? I don't. It's like I got super excited when Peter was going to Dr. Connor's class. It's like this is so freaking cool. It's like yeah, for sure.
I think the thing I loved the most about this film was Peter was just getting his ass handed to throughout the movie. And I mean, I'm not even talking about as Spider-Man. I'm just talking about as Peter, just Peter. I mean, his romantic life, he keeps failing up. He keeps messing it up with Mary Jane. Money, work, fired. Like immediately, I think in the first few minutes of the movie,
Yeah,
fired.
yeah, he got
Uh,
fired right as soon as the
fired.
movie. Yeah,
School. Doc Connors comes up to him and tells him, "What's up, bro? What's
you're
going on?
failing.
You're
You're hardly in my
failing."
class. You're
So,
failing.
school, personal life, romance life, financial life, all down the gutter, all down the gutter. Um, and I just love seeing him overcome and triumph at the end of the film because you kind of feel like you're on that journey with Peter. You took all those hits, and at the end, you came out and you triumphed. And I think the scene that will always get me the most was, at least for me, the most gratifying is when Mary Jane realizes Spider-Man is Peter and saving her in that moment, and they look at each other and they share the eye contact, and she gives him that look and realizes it. I mean, oh my god, that was for me one of the great moments in all of the comic book movies that I've seen. That one hits home.
And
And then
I
the
love
fight scene, one of the most memorable fight scenes, that train scene with Doc Ock. I don't think anyone will forget that scene. That is an iconic battle scene.
if you actually see the 2.5 version of it, that fight scene goes a little bit longer.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they
It
went
goes
all out. Yeah, I'm sure. And I love at the end how the New Yorkers help Spidey and protect him. Just also another great moment. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I've been to New York, and that is really what it's about. If you're from New York, you're a New Yorker. Like, there's just something about New York. They look after their own. It's like word of the street, and I just love seeing that too. Just a lot of great moments in this film. Love it.
a
We go
nice
from like
little
one of the greatest to like
before.
after. I mean,
Yeah, well, before we move on, I just want to say a little tidbit. A lot of people don't know this. Um, they were teasing the idea where they wanted to do a universe, right? Have other characters cross each other's movies. Um, because they had plans. I mean, even in the first Blade, they had Morbius in Blade, and you get to see him for like a few seconds in the distance, looking at Blade at the end. Nobody knows, but he's on the rooftop, far away. You see a guy standing there with a raincoat, and that was supposed to be Morbius. Um, this one, believe it or
Nice.
not, the scene where MJ is running to Peter after she ditched poor Jameson's in the altar. There's a fountain scene where she's running, and you actually see the Punisher looking at her. It's like if you don't spot him, he's very spottable. It's like he turns around and looks at her running crazy. That's the Punisher, and it was
Oh, I have
and
to
it
go
was
back. Yeah.
yeah, and it was confirmed. Because the guy who played the Punisher in that one, he's actually the stunt guy for what's his name? I forgot his name, but the guy who actually originally did this Punisher movie.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So
I know
so
exactly who you're
you
talking
see him
about.
wearing his traditional trench coat, black, and then he like looks back at her. That's the Punisher. A lot of people don't
Oh,
know that.
great
So
Easter egg there.
that to me that was an awesome Easter egg. I'm like, oh yes, it's awesome. Yes. So what happened though? Because I can't
Well,
say Spider-Man is the greatest trilogy of all time. It just can't. I appreciate Spider-Man 3. I really do. Um, it's a divisive film finale because they kind of literally shoe in Venom in it. If you guys don't know what happened, is that the studio pressured Sam Raimi in putting Venom into the movie because it was only going to be Spidey and for the most part
Sandman, right?
Sandman. Yes, and then it was going to lead up to the Lizard for the next movie, and that's it. And then we're going to have the Vulture as well in part 4 if they were going to make part 4. So they shoe in Venom in. At first, everyone didn't like Tropher Grace as Eddie Brock. I believe it or not, I was like, no, I kind of like that. I kind of like that casting because I figured they were doing Eddie Brock from the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. Because in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, in the comics, Eddie Brock wasn't like this, big muscular dude. He was just like, this guy who
Regular dude, yeah.
regular guy that looked like Peter, right? So I thought they were going that route. I'm not gonna lie, I love the black suit. To me,
Man,
the
the
black
black suit is
suit
sick.
is
I
so
mean,
freaking sick.
both. I think out of all the Spider-Man films, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man costumes are the best, hands down. They
But
just
yeah,
look
hands down.
sick.
Yeah, and the black suit, it was literally one of my favorites. I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna bring the black suit into this is the way you do it. You make it just black and white. It's perfect. It was great. It looks like Spider-Man, except it wasn't. I loved it. And the producer of it, Avid Alred, he's the
Mhm.
producer of all the Spider-Mans and X-Men,
Yep.
right? I wasn't a big fan of the X-Men, but I'm not a big supporter of that producer because he really was the guy who forced Sam Raimi to put Venom, right? Sam Raimi didn't know how to do Venom. He wasn't when he stopped, reading comics, Venom, it was before Venom's time. So he didn't know
Yeah,
nothing
it
about
was
Venom. He
more of the
just
classic old school Spidey
yeah, that's why he
villains,
had the
yeah.
that's why he had the Sandman, right?
Mhm.
It was the Sandman. There was three
Yeah.
favorite villains that Stan Lee liked: Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and the Sandman. And I thought it was perfect. It was perfect that he decided to do those three first.
Yeah.
Um,
That is
but
a very
this,
nice tribute to Stan, actually.
but
I
yeah,
like that.
but yeah, Avi Alvarez is like, no, no, Venom's popular. Put him in, put him in. And this is the guy, and this is one of the red flags I have with Legend of Zelda because he's also producing that. So I'm scared for Legend of Zelda, but
Well
gosh.
well, let me ask you this. Did Avi produce Spider-Man 2?
Some hit and misses, but I don't like his ideas, and I feel like he's the type of guy like, okay, I'm gonna pull my money if you don't do my ideas, you know? And I
Mhm.
don't like that in a producer. I'm like, okay, you could throw your ideas. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This to me, like I said, they kind of shoehorn the Venom plot line. If they were
It
if they were
does
gonna
feel
do it,
forced. It
yeah,
really felt forced.
they should have. If they were gonna do it, I'm pretty sure they could have took their time with it, like introduce the symbiote on number 3 and then have Venom on 4, play it that
Yeah.
way. But the fact that they just put everything in it, you know? Venom, Sandman, New Goblin, which is a weird take of the Goblin. You had Gwen Stacy. They introduced Gwen Stacy. This you Captain Stacy, Eddie Brock. You know, it was just too much. I'm pretty sure Sam Raimi wasn't thinking that this was going to be his big finale. You know, like why would he if they're already talking about Spider-Man 4 and he's doing such a great job with these characters? I guess what I heard, like he even said it, Sam Raimi said it, like he kind of had the idea that they're trying to push him out because they didn't want to talk about Spider-Man 4 after this was released, and they just wanted to reboot the the whole series again.
That's a shame
Which,
that we never got the proper third and maybe even a fourth from Raimi.
but
It's a little
again,
sad.
but I will tell you this: you will see Tobey Maguire again as Spider-Man. I guarantee you that. In what capacity, I can't say. In what form, I cannot say. Would you be happy with it? Probably not. I'm really happy to see him back in Far From Home. It was great to see Tobey Maguire again.
Dude, the way people reacted when Toby popped out in theaters was insane. They just erupted for Tony. Toby, I mean, sorry. Just erupted. They love Toby. That is their Spider-Man. I felt it in the theaters.
But you know what? And it's kind of show you that we are very forgiving with emo Peter in Spider-Man 3
We don't talk
because.
about Spider-Man 3. We don't talk about that.
But what a legacy though! Of our first Spider-Man film run, Rami had a vision and he kind of set the blueprint for superheroes after this. Spider-Man was something to look up to. This is how you do a superhero franchise. This is how you do it. A big part of another producer that produces Spider-Man is the guy who now runs the MCU. So if you wonder why the MCU was so popular in the first 10 years, is because that's the guy who knew exactly how to make comic book movies. So,
I think he got the nice formula down from his experience with the Spideys, and I think he brought that to the first Iron Man for sure.
but yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, before the movie, Iron Man was just like, I think at best a B character. I'll call him a C character, but at best he was a B character. This movie platformed him to like an A character, like every
Superstar tier.
superstar
Yeah.
status, man. So yeah, because remember, Marvel's A characters was Spider-Man, the very top. Then you had like the X-Men, and then after X-Men, I believe it was the Incredible Hulk. He was very popular. And then you had nothing but B characters like Ghost Rider, Blade, Daredevil. It
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
they
They're
were
all beats. Yeah.
yeah, they're all Bs. And then you had the C class, which was like the Avengers pretty much. Except for the Ds. Ds were like Ant-Man and the Wasp and whatnot. But you give the fans what they want. You give like a entertaining story that people could relate to. Because in every single one of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, there is a lesson and there's something that you could relate to. Aunt May said it best in Spider-Man 2, where you stand hours in the rain, just seeing a glimpse of your hero, the guy who taught you just to hold on a second longer. Anywho, that's our talk of our Spider-Man trilogy. I mean, we could go more, but our time is running out here, unfortunately, guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna wrap this up. I have homework for you guys. We'll do like a comment of the week, right? So here's the comment of the week, guys. Please chime in and hit a comment down. Physical games or digital? Which side are you on? Do you prefer the digital side, the convenience of it, or do you prefer the physical actually owning it forever? So go ahead, comment below, guys. If you like what we do, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a review, you know, tell us what you would like to see, what would you like to hear. And then next week, we're talking about Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Mostly the bad, but you gotta stay tuned for that. Thank you,
Yeah, no,
guys.
please tell us. Physical or digital? We want to know. Please share. Are we in the minority here? Are we in the 15% that PlayStation claims? Let us know.
Yeah, because as you can tell, I'm very passionate with like, digital and physical. I feel like, you should earn what you bought, Just keep what you bought. So thank you, Mo. This has been
Thank you, Rob.
in Super Ordinary Podcast. I'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys next week.
Signing out.
See you next semana.